Are you an aspiring entrepreneur, wondering if you should take a job? And does the thought of working a 9-to-5 job make you cringe and make you feel trapped? And for some of those, if any of you answered yes to that, then this webinar, this next 45 minutes is definitely going to be for you. Today's talk is going to be about the benefits of working in the corporate world, how to balance a job and your business, and how to use your job to prepare for your entrepreneurial journey. So see why taking a job could be the key to your entrepreneurial success. So many of you are thinking, I hate my job. I can't stand my job. How is this going to be of benefit to me? And I want to share a quick story before we get things started, just so that it kind of paints the picture of everything kind of leading up to this point. When I was searching for my first home, I was 25 years old, and I was in the market of looking for my first home. And my mom was my real estate agent, and the first job that I really had was an assistant loan officer. And the reason why I became a loan officer was because of my home ownership journey. Y'all, I was looking at new houses. I didn't know what a debt to income ratio was. I didn't know anything about interest rates. I'm just like, that 2-bedroom is cute. I like the way it smells in here. I want it. Like that's how new I was in the industry. And so I'm looking at these new houses. I was in the russet community. If you all know anything about Laurel, that was when russet was just coming out. So I'm in the community and I'm picking these houses out. And my mom was like, you sure you like this one? I was like, yeah. Until I had to go through the loan process. And as I was going through the loan process, I felt like garbage. I felt like trash because the loan officer is talking down to me. They're not embracing what I need. And at the same time, I didn't like it. It just was a cold experience. You ever had that experience where it was just like they're talking over me and they're not really connecting with me at all? And that was my introduction to why I started getting into the mortgage business. That was my first job in the real estate industry, believe it or not. And I took that job because I said, I don't want anybody else that comes into my path to experience that BS that I had to go through. I want it to be a great experience. I want them to feel good, even if they have a 420 credit score. I want them to know that there's hope, that even though it's 420 today, here's some steps on what I can do to help that person get their score up and feel like a human being. And that's where my job started. So I wanted to share that with you as I'm going through the 8 tips tonight on the benefits of a job. Because we think it's always for the worst, but a lot of times, many of you actually love your job. You don't like some of the political stuff that goes with it, or maybe some of the people, but for the most part, I really want to express to you, a lot of our jobs mold us. It's something that is working for us, not to us, but it's typically something's happening for us, the reason why we have the jobs in the first place. So I share that story with you just to let you know, you probably had a story very similar, where you started a job in hopes that you could see a better light in that industry. Is that a yes? I can see the heads nodding. You said, yeah, I can do this and I can do it better. And anybody that's coming into my space, I'm going to treat them with respect. I'm going to treat them with love. And I'm definitely going to make sure that they appreciate the path and appreciate everything that they get from all their hard work. What's up, Alicia? So I wanted to make sure that we journeyed down this path together so that you can see the benefit, how a job might benefit your entrepreneurial journey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it going. Let's get it going. For the past 23 years, I have worked as a real estate entrepreneur, and for the last 10 years, really in the business coaching space. So a lot of the background of everything that I do and everything that you do now leads up to some of the past. It comes from everything that you do today. Definitely is a footprint from years ago, for the good or for the bad. It doesn't matter. It happened. And all of you are small business owners that I know on the line. All of you are. And it doesn't have to be a brick and mortar business that you have. You could have it where you are in the basement, in the upper bedroom, in the kitchen. That's your business, all right? Whether you have an LLC or sole proprietor, you have a small business outside of your 9 to 5. So let's dive into how a job might benefit your entrepreneurial journey. No matter what industry that you're in, I know you're going to see something that's going to be relevant to make this make sense for you. Starting a business requires capital and experience. You hear that? Starting a business requires money and experience, which can be gained from a job. It also provides networking opportunities and a stable income. So let's talk about the 8 benefits of getting a job, okay? Number 1, you're going to gain industry-specific skills. When I'm talking about gaining industry-specific knowledge or skills, I want you to start thinking about customer service, all right? When you think of elite, great customer service, what fast food restaurant do you think of first?
Chick-fil-A.
Right. Exactly. Chick-fil-A has got the market on my pleasure. They've got customer service down pat. So do you think that someone who's starting at Chick-fil-A today thinks, hey, I'm going to retire here. I'm going to stay here like this is going to be it? No, they're just like, this is my job. I need this to go to school. I need this, to take care of daycare, whatever their needs are. They're gaining customer service skills, whether they know it or not, by that job. So I've never got into, loving a particular place. Look, if I want fries, then I'm thinking of fast food places. But I'm also thinking about the customer service experience. Remember my experience where I said I wanted to be a better loan officer than the guy that was before me, that was handling my loan before. So could he use some customer service skills? Could a job help him or something help him where he could have got some better skills to make my experience better? Definitely, definitely. So look at your job where you are and think about, how can I gain some specific skills while I'm here? Network marketing has got the best when it comes to mindset, communication. Mindset and communication. You're not going to get that on a regular job, but I bring that into the mix just so you know that's how people can gain the knowledge and skills for their job. When I got into network marketing way back in 2010, it increased my customer service skills in my real estate business. It allowed me to be able to communicate better. So I want to just reel it back. Anytime you get a job, I want you to pull the good out of it and see, what are they trying to teach me? Because I'm going to need this as an entrepreneur. How many entrepreneurs have you met that have their voicemail clogged up and full? You can't even leave a message. How many of them don't even call you back at all? So these are the type of things that you learn somewhere, whether you love the people or not, somewhere in your job history, you learned customer service. And if not, there's still time. There's still time that you can still learn that either in a network marketing industry or just on your own elite type of training. You get that. Okay? So does that make sense? So customer service skills are going to alley-oop you for your entrepreneurial journey, because you're going to need to talk to people. You're going to need to call people back. You're going to have to know what to say when you don't have something in stock. You're going to have to say things even when it's bad news. Make sense? Yes. And I can tell, Doreen. I can tell. I can tell by the way you talk. I can tell by the way you speak. You've been in customer service. Number 2, build a professional network. Now, when you're at a job, you are around like-minded people, obviously, because you're in the same job. So whether you stay there forever or you just are there for a moment, I want you to think about that moment that you are there on the job. You are surrounding yourself with a professional network of like-minded people. Could one nurse be the catalyst to take you to another job that paid better or better had better circumstances? Maybe. Could that one doctor be the one person that opens the doors to a bigger opportunity for you? All right, I'm just using nurses because that stays on my mind a lot. All right, so just think about it. The people around you, there's some people that will get on your nerves. Some of them are just, hey, just stay over there. I get that. But there's going to be someone there that you never know that God put them there, either to be an irritant or to help you get to your next level. And I want you to take a look at everything that we have to go through. Look at our life as a series of dots. They're not all connected the same kind of way, but they're all connected. And if something has to connect me to Lanice, to get to Stacy, to get to someone else, who knows? Then that was the path that had to happen. That's what we're building in our job. Number three. We're accessing resources. Number three, you're going to be accessing resources. I'm not talking about stealing paper, reams of paper. I'm not saying access resources, y'all. I want you to access resources and tools that you need for the job. All right? You may be on a computer system that uses a certain software that triggers, hey, I could use this for my personal business. There might be something at the job that they're doing in habit, some of the resources that they may have at work that you might be able to utilize in your business. Okay? One thing you don't want to do is advertise, I'm an entrepreneur, take a look at my business. Those are the things that you don't need to advertise at your job. As much as you love your job, you think they're supportive, but you don't need to be running in the conference room and the lunchroom talking about, here's the link to my business. I sell this, this, and this. Because somebody's going to talk and they're going to tell on you. So you don't want to share that, but you're just collecting information. You're collecting all this information so that you can use it for your business. All right? There are some resources that I found when I worked in the mortgage industry. There are some things that they were doing that I definitely got in contact with. There's some resources, some websites that I needed to use for the business. Even back then, that's when they were starting with the .coms. But there were some websites that I still use to this day because of my experience working in the mortgage industry. So even though it was way back then, I still do the same thing today. Here's another thing. As an assistant loan officer, let me share with you one way, going back to number one. This notebook right here, and I have so many notebooks. I'm going to close it up because I don't want to show y'all everybody's information. I have a simple notebook. And as an assistant loan officer, here's one specific skill. I'm gonna say it as a skill, but this is one piece of knowledge that I learned as an assistant loan officer. My loan officer would have a notebook and he would have clients' information in it, right? And so he would just have their name, their phone number, their email address, their address, and any other notes, right? Simple stuff. So instead of having notes all over the place and sticky notes, he kept everything in a notebook, and I adopted that. I started doing that and I was like, yo, this is organized. And I'm going to start doing the same thing. So for all of my credit customers, all of my real estate leads, they all go in here. So I learned that from a job, how organized that my loan officer was, so that I could do the same thing. And I actually thank him to this day, even though that was 1999, I still thank him to this day for just little simple stuff like that. Little simple things like that. All right, welcome everybody. All right, so number 4, let's move on. What are the benefits of keeping a job? Financial stability. I think that should have been number 1, but I didn't put these in any particular order. How many times do you need to qualify for something and they're like, let me see your pay stubs? Oh, you want to qualify for this house, Lorie? Where's your pay stubs? I wasn't an entrepreneur when I walked in that new home site back then. But if I was, I wouldn't have anything to show. But hey, I have good ideas. So even as an entrepreneur, you need a catalyst to help fund your entrepreneurial journey, right? And as I shared with some of you before, you have a business account, you have a business checking account, and you want to act as if that thing is making some money, right? Well, how are you going to deposit money, but your business isn't quite lifted off the ground yet? You have a job though. So if you have payroll, it can be deposited into your business checking account, so that now when you're looking to get funding through your business, now your business checking account is showing that it's got some money in it. It's showing active deposits. You can only do that if you had a job. Got it? So no matter how much is flowing from your job, $4,000, $40,000 a month, I don't care how much it is, redirect that so that it's now going into your business checking account, so that it serves as a benefit for you. Because when it's time to get loans, when it's time to get funding for your business, your job has basically thanked you already. Oh yeah, I'm already making a consistent amount of money. And the banker just wants to see the last, 90 days of activity so they can evaluate how much money is your business making? You are the business. Okay? You are the business. Okay? Monique, everything good? All good?
It wasn't me. Someone else lost volume, so I just told them to go out and come back in.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right. So financial stability, this is huge. How are we going to pay our personal life expenses? How are we going to pay our business expenses through the job? So many of us hang in there with the job longer than we want to, simply because we know the financial stability of that check is keeping us there. No one on the interview session is really being honest. So tell me, Alicia, why do you want this job? Because I need that check. That's like, is that what I really want to say? Yup. That's what I really want to say. You want to ask these dumb questions because I need that check. All right. So keep it all together. Keep the job as long as possible so that it is another stream of income. How many streams of income does the average millionaire have? How many?
7.
If they have 7, why can't your job be considered one of the streams of income? It's a form of income, right? So don't forget that. So when you are stacking your options to see, well, what business opportunities am I going to do for 2023 and 2024, your job should be a part of that until that is replaced by your other businesses. And entrepreneurs, one thing about us, I love the fact that our mind is so freaking creative. We can create something today and then something tomorrow different. I'm like, that's a good idea. I was thinking about this, and then this is how it's going to work. And we didn't even finish the first idea. That's just how we work. So in order to keep all that stuff together, multiple streams of income are amazing. But did we master one at a time? Master one, make the money, make it go down deep at least 12 to 18 months. Don't do anything else until that business is making money. If your business A is selling jewelry and you just got started, let's say May of 2023, and then someone comes to you with another opportunity. Hey, you can sell fish food. You can sell fish food also in addition to this jewelry that you're selling. You're like, that's a good idea. I'm an entrepreneur. I can do it all. And you haven't even got your first website up and launched. You haven't even got enough people to pay you yet for business one to even accrue money. So be very careful with how many things you say yes to, my entrepreneur friends, because you want to make sure that stability wise, that first business is running at least 12 to 18 months. Don't look at another opportunity until 12 to 18 months is over. And I had to put myself on a restriction. 2020, there were so many different ideas coming at me. My my group that I was a part of had all of these different businesses that they were doing, and I'm like, that all sounds good, and I wanted to do it all. And my business coach told me, you're on a restriction until I see your income after 12 months. I was like, you right. You right. So I couldn't even open the door to another business, another LLC, until I showed profit for the first business. And that makes sense, right? So for us that are moving forward, use the job as long as possible to retain that financial stability while you're working on your creative side. But do not continuously open up multiple secondary businesses until that first one is profitable. 12 to 18 months, then you can move on to another opportunity. I hope that makes sense. That's going to sting some people, but that income has to run depth before you move on and say, I'm open to another opportunity. And the easiest way you can easily say no to that next opportunity is just say, I like it, but let's revisit it in the next year and a half. I like it. It's not going anywhere if it's so good of a business. I like it, but let's revisit it in the next 18 months. Okay? And just make sure that you're building character, you're building trust from your audience first and foremost. Okay? And you're not confusing yourself. Number 5, learn from mentors. A job is going to help you learn from the people that you're surrounded by. Those are the ones that have that experience in leadership that you're hanging on to. As the job that I was referencing, the job that I was in, I learned so much, even just with the notebook situation. I learned from my loan officer that I worked with how to finesse a conversation, how to bring someone from a conversation to giving me their social security number with no problem. How to start that process with trust. That was leadership. But what if I learned from the guy that turned me off? Remember the first guy it wasn't in the same company, but that first loan officer, what if I was learning from him? Would I still learn the same leadership skills that I have today? Probably not. I would have learned shortcuts, or I might have learned ways, just ways just to get by. 70% of people are lazy. And if you can attach yourself to a leader that does not show that type of laziness, you're winning. Because in your business, as your business starts to move up, you want to be a leader. You want to be the one that they trust. You want to be the one that they go to when they say, yo, I know I need to go to Alicia because she's going to help me find a property, flip a property, and it's going to be profitable. And without a shadow of a doubt, I already know her leadership is on point. If I want to learn anything about caregiving, I know I'm going to Lanice because she's going to give it to me straight, and she's going to give it to me the way it needs to be done from the heart. So there's specific ways that you're going to learn from the people that you work with. But if they're not showing you how to be a leader, if they're not showing you how to do things the right way, the stand-up way, that's not the one we're talking about. We're talking about the leaders in your organization that help you to be a better person. Okay? I love a job. I've had jobs, y'all didn't even know it. Like you would think that she's off real estate, and there's some people in the real estate field I never knew that they had a full-time job. Never knew. So there has been pockets of when I had a job y'all didn't know, maybe you did know. There was times where I was working for a network marketing company you didn't know. But the foundation came through from when I had previous jobs. How I brought that forward was with customer service, leading with a bunch of questions, putting the customer needs first, and putting money last. All of that makes a big difference when you are an entrepreneur. Okay? Number 6 is avoid common pitfalls. Easy. You just learn mistakes of what you're not going to do. Simple things like calling people back. Okay? Everything that I saw that entrepreneurs were doing, I wanted to do the total opposite. I would call, leave a voicemail, no callback. So not out all the time, but I'm giving you things of what strikes me to do the opposite. How you can avoid that is making sure that you're attached to people where you can learn those mistakes. Okay? So no matter where you're working, in a car dealership, the real estate office, there are some things that you're going to pick up and like, yo, even though that happened, I learned from that mistake. I learned not to do that. One of the biggest things when I was working in the job was keep my mouth shut. Keep my mouth shut and keep my opinion out of it. That same job as an assistant loan officer, I remember one Saturday, I had to work because the loan officer I work with, he was out of town. So he said, Lorie, I just want you to take the young lady's application. I'm like, I can do that. So she comes in at Saturday, she comes in with her son, and I'm still green in the real estate industry at this time, so I didn't understand anything. I just was told, take her loan application, Lorie, that's it. All right? Y'all, the biggest lesson I learned was that Saturday, and I'll never forget it from the job. When she came in there, she's telling me, I got this 2-bedroom condo over in wherever it was, like Greenbelt or something. I'm like, oh my gosh, did they have any 3 bedrooms? And my real estate agents would be like, why did you even bring it up? So she was already ratified under contract with a 2-bedroom home. All right. All I'm doing is taking the loan application. Her agent was also the listing agent. So Alicia, you can kind of see where I'm going with this, right? So I made that suggestion. I said, they didn't have any 3 bedrooms, like they're just like easily coming by, right? They didn't have any 3 bedrooms. She was like, I didn't ask. You know, that's a good question. I could use 1 extra bedroom. And that was that. And then Monday, I get to the office and my loan officer is smoking a cigarette. That's when we can smoke cigarettes in the office. He says, come outside for a second. I didn't like the way that sounded, but okay, let's go for a walk. He says, you know, all I asked you to do over Saturday was just take her loan application. Now you put it in her head to get another property, and she's already under contract with that property. So moral of the story is everything that comes into this office, you love it. You love it. If it's 2 bedrooms or a 1 bedroom, you love it. I'm like, you're right. I love it. I have no opinion on that no more. So from that point going forward, luckily, the agent did get both sides of the commission. The deal was saved, and Lorie still saved her job. All right. But that was a pitfall, a mistake that I had to learn being in the job, that whatever your customer has, you love it. Now, you love it. You just don't matter. You love it. All right. If you came in there with a studio, I love it. I love it. If you like it, I love it. Right? Alicia, what do you think about that? What if I would have messed that deal up? What if I would have messed that deal up? They would have been super mad at me. All right.
You would be telling a different story right now.
Because you know how much commission that was that gentleman made. And I could have messed that up. So we learn from our mistakes. All right. And those are good mistakes. As an entrepreneur, I need that. Because when people are coming to me and they say, Lorie, I want to live in a particular area. And I'm like, where are you open to living? So no matter what city that they say, I love it. I don't have any personal opinions. All right. Now I'm going to make sure it's safe for them, but I don't care. If you want that, I love it. If you want to live over there, I love it. Okay. So we don't have any prejudgments. on none of that. And that's the one thing I learned now as an entrepreneur, is to keep my mouth shut about my personal opinion about anything. And it's very hard, I know, ladies and gentlemen, to do that sometimes, because you want to say, well, what do you think? Mm-mm. That customer already knows where they want to be, and you can't tell them any different. All right? So keep your opinions to yourself, and only give it when they ask for it. All right, number 7, we're almost finished. We're talking about the benefits of a job, ladies and gentlemen. This is a wonderful thing. Time management. This is huge. Time management is huge. When you have a job, you are required to get there by a certain time. Now, I'm talking about the times that we were actually in offices. And even the ones that are responsible to check in remote, there's still some kind of check-in process, right? Of being there by a certain time. So if you didn't have that structure, you would be scrolling in whenever you wanted to, right? What kind of time would you want to roll into work? 11, maybe 10:30, just kind of grace yourself in there when you feel like it. Think about the structure of why they ask you to come in at a certain time and leave at a certain time. Even now, when I'm sitting and coaching with real estate agents and small business owners, I allow them to take back that same concept. You've got to treat yourself like a job, and you got to put yourself on a time schedule. When are you going to start your day? When are you taking a break? And when are you done for the day? Right, Alicia? There's a time. Because if you don't respect the day, then the day will just go on and on and on until, it's dark outside. I guess I can stop. And then it's 8:30. Your family never saw you. You skirted through dinner, and you just, you slid into bed, and you're still thinking about work. So time management is awesome from a job standpoint. Get yourself on a schedule just like a job. Wake up. How many entrepreneurs, working from home is worse? Because are you getting up with an alarm clock? Yes or no? Let's be honest. Throw it in the chat if you are actually still waking up, if you set your alarm every day. Let me hear from you guys. Doreen said yes. Lenise, I do. 7 o'clock, I have to set it. Now, do I get up right at 7? No, but I'm disciplined to get up at a certain time. I was talking to one real estate agent. Okay, good. For the most of y'all got it. For the most part, I was talking to one realtor, and I said, well, what time do you start work? She says about 10. About 10 I get started. And I said, how much could you have actually gotten done if you had gotten there at 9? Just she says, I could have got a lot of stuff done in an hour. I was like, okay. So that's the reason why we have to treat our business like a job. Get yourself in there at a certain time. Talk to your phone, put an alarm on there if you need to stop at a certain time, and if you need to take a break. The morning time, if that's the heavy up time for you, don't disrespect that by being on the internet. Don't disrespect it by making personal phone calls. Get your heavy up done, go to lunch, and then you can do what the rest you got to do for the rest of the day. But you've got to treat your entrepreneurial journey the same way. Even with getting off. What time, ladies, and it's all ladies, well, it's gentlemen on here now, throw in the chat, let me know, what time do you stop your day? Be honest. Alicia, thank you for being honest. Your days are reversed, like you do better in the evening. What time do you guys stop your day? Work ends at 5:45. Okay, I like that because that's like a work day, right? 8 to 9, but sometimes I work when I go to my house. It's still a little late, but it's a little late. Between 5 and 7. So I want you all to think about actually setting a time off. Because if you worked a primary job, they don't say you can get off between 5 and 7. They don't say you can get off between 5 and 6. They say your day is paid between 8:30 and 5 or 5:30, right? That is it. Unless there are certain circumstances, then there's difference. You know, there's a difference. But if there's a day where you can just say, my day, I'm over at 6. Tuesdays are the only days that you will catch me after 6 o'clock. If the phone rings and it's a real estate client, I'm not answering the phone. I'm disciplined enough to know voicemail can work. One client called me at 10 o'clock and I answered it for whatever reason because I haven't heard from her in a while. That was wrong. Because in her eyes, now she's thinking she's available all the time. So it's not just for you, it's also a discipline for your clients, how they're going to respect your time when it's time for them to get in touch with you for business. Do you want them calling you at 10 o'clock all the time? Oh, just want to ask a quick question. No, it's not. You know that quick question is 3 more questions. So if you have children, especially, you need to cut your time off at a certain time. If you have a business that you need to get to in the evenings, you know, you stop your job and then you say, look, all right, I'm doing an hour or 2 of my personal business. You've got to be able to establish those boundaries for yourself. That discipline has to be there. And then you've got to let your clients know, yo, I don't work on Sundays. And they won't call you. They won't call you. Saturdays are by appointment only. Okay. This is the reason why I stress, ladies and gentlemen, having a calendar set up. Because, yo, that thing works. That thing works. Well, what time, Lorie, can we get together? Here's the link to my calendar. You see what's most available for you. Whatever's most convenient, I'm right there. But we're not going to go back and forth. Can you do Wednesday at 4? No, I got to pick the kids up. Well, I can't do that. Can you do Friday at 2? No, I can't do that. I'm going out of town. I'm not going back and forth with you over this. Here's the link, boo. Here's the link. Here's the calendar link. So again, time management, we start that with the job. We continue that as an entrepreneur so that you have boundaries. You get off, you have stressless moments, and you're not rolling into bed. I'm watching Seinfeld. I'm watching whatever I can on Netflix just so I can wind down after 6 o'clock. I'm making dinner. I'm making a pie when I get off with y'all. I'm excited, but I'm not working. I'm not going back to work. No. Okay, so set some boundaries. All right, Doreen, what you got? I told my job. They gave me Sunday and Monday. I use Monday if I have a speaking engagement, so I have the Saturday instead of Monday. Just flip it. Just flip it. Do what works best for you, but establish a calendar, no doubt. And stick to it. Stick to it. I'm off at 6 o'clock, and that means that you've got to hustle up and get your work done by that time. Whatever is not done by 6, tomorrow. There's no emergencies in real estate. It ain't. Call 911 if it is. But there's no emergencies in real estate that can't be handled tomorrow. I need that addendum. You'll get it first thing tomorrow. Business coaching. Lorie, I got a quick question. Let's schedule it. I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's okay. Don't stress. But you've got to just get into the habit of giving yourself that time. That balance is never going to be equally there. It's not. But don't give your power away by letting customers run your time as well. Okay? So number 8, the last one. I hope these are helpful for you to show the benefits of a job. Number 8 is enhanced credibility. And this one has a lot to do with your resume skills. So imagine if you never worked a job and on your resume it's blank. You're an entrepreneur though, but it's blank. So when you're looking to get funding, or even if, let's just say, you want to put something on LinkedIn just for jokes and giggles, what is your profile going to say? What kind of experience do you have? So enhance your credibility by at least taking jobs that are connected to your industry. If you're in real estate, take a sales customer service position. Opportunity. If you are, maybe there is something in a skill set that you can take on. And I highly suggest you taking certification courses or any other courses that can be taken online to help enhance your resume. Okay, so as we start taking a look at this, I want you to focus on the 8 things that we talked about. 1, gaining industry specific knowledge. Number 2, build a professional network. These are the benefits a job have for us as entrepreneurs. All right, you're building networks, you're connecting with the right people. Number 3, you're accessing resources while you're there on the job, tools, websites, those things you're getting so that you can use in your business as well. Number 4, the financial stability is huge. The financial stability is going to keep the lights on. It's going to keep the bills paid while you're working with your creative space. And number 5, learn from mentors. Learn from them. That's what they're there for, You're not going to be there forever, but definitely attach to the great ones that are at your company to take them to lunch. Pick their brain if they're allowing, they want that information to be spread to you, but don't share too much about your business neither. I'm just saying that from previous experience. Everybody does not want you to be great. All right. So your objective is to find out who is great. Let me find out what I can get from that person so they can help build me up, my character up. Number 6 is avoid common pitfalls and mistakes. Whatever didn't work on that job, whatever didn't work on that job, and it didn't work on that job, and you're like, I will never do that in my own personal business. Take note of that. Take note of that, and it's a good thing. Number 7 is time management skills. Keep yourself on a schedule. Keep yourself on a schedule so that you can have a better work balance. I don't stress out. I don't have any stressful days. And I'm not saying that to brag, but I don't allow outside people to run my day till 10 o'clock at night. So let that simmer in your spirit for a second, because sometimes some of you are just working because you haven't felt the financial benefit of the day. You haven't felt complete until, maybe I'll take one more call or one more deal. The client will respect you when they see that you have boundaries. There's no way that you can walk into a doctor's appointment right now and say, I need to be seen because I'm ready. You just respect the doctor's hours. Hey, when is the next open availability? I'll be right there, but when is the next open availability? That's how you want to treat your business. Okay? And the last one is enhance your credibility. Stack up as many courses, development courses, personal development, business development courses that you can take, so that when you're going into the next job, your employer is going to look at you and be like, wow, you are a shining star. Look at you. Oh, you've taken some Google Analytics courses. That's nice. You took a sales development course. That's nice. All of those things are going to add to a yes to getting what you need. Okay, so I wanted to offer you some assistance when it comes to that. There's a couple of people that are on this line here that have taken advantage of the course careers, and I think you heard her mention it. I want you to take a look at course careers as an option for you as well, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that for you that are in entrepreneurship right now. Whether you choose to pursue a traditional career or entrepreneurship, every experience is going to be a stepping stone to your success. Remember, like I said, everything in life is dots. Just think of your whole life in front of you from beginning to end is just a series of dots. There are going to be some experiences that's going to teach you a lesson. There's going to be some that's going to be like, this is powerful. You're going to find your husband, your wife, you're going to find your children, you're going to find the next career. All of these different dots have to be uncovered. And it's not going to be any perfect situation, but it's going to be always situations that are happening for us, not to us. So for those that have jobs, please, one of the things that I beg you, do not ever say, I can't stand this job. Please, for those that have careers, be grateful that you have that job. No matter if the pay is low, the environment may not be the environment that you're looking for. If God is seeing that you're not grateful for what He's already given you, how are you going to get the kingdom? How are you going to get the I want 6 or 7 figures, but you're not appreciating the $65,000 career? Oh, this job is only paying me $37,000. Treat that like it's a $137,000 job per year and come in there with excellence, because there's a lot of people that are unemployed right now. So you're thinking, I got it. I got a job. I just don't like it. Watch your words. Just be very careful, because as soon as you have it, you can lose it as well. So be thankful for it and just say, you know what? I'm here now. I'm making the best of it, but I know that I have other opportunities that are waiting for me. I can't wait. I'm excited for the future. I know, but don't ever dog your job out. Okay. So for those that need to enhance, as I was talking about course careers back in February, and I'll end with this. In February, I took a course because I knew I needed to add to my resume as a salesperson, and I needed to make sure that when I get back in the job force, if I get back, I need to make sure that my LinkedIn profile and my resume is top notch, and it's full of the right words. It's full of the right certifications. So I went through course careers and actually took 2 certifications to help. One was digital marketing, and the other one was sales development. They offer you 3 courses. Information technology is not something that I was ever interested in, but if you are interested in digital marketing, getting a career in IT, or in sales, one of those courses would be for you. And I took the sales development course. It's called Technology Sales. So the average starting salary is anywhere between $60,000 to $80,000 if you take that certification course. If you are in digital marketing, they're saying that the average starting salary is anywhere between $40,000 and $60,000. So IT, you're starting in there. That's the same thing. Your salary is going to range anywhere between $40,000 and $60,000. It could be more, but we're just throwing that in there. The reason why I bring these certifications up is that if you're having a hard time finding employment, this would be a great way to go through the course, get yourself certified in one of 3 of those different courses, and then be in position when you pass that test, because there's a test at the end. There's partner matching at the end. So actually, Course Careers partners you with an employer that could be looking for you. So let's just say you finish the sales development course, you pass, you get a 92% or so, right? And then all of a sudden within the next week, because you did everything that you were supposed to be doing, jobs are reaching out to you in that respective field, in that respective industry. So I love it. You guys will see a lot of my posts on social media promoting Course Careers. I love it because it allows you to walk into a space where you can start to really walk into a job with no experience, get the course, get the certification, and you could be working in the next couple of months in a brand new career. So remember, we're connecting dots, right? If this course is part of your journey to take you to be a better salesperson, to know how the sales process works, to understand what the cadence is, what that normal process looks like, then sales development is probably going to be best for you. The course is only $499. If you want my $50 off discount code, make sure you go to the link in my bio and you can check it out for yourself. But I would highly suggest it. It's nothing but extra training for you. You're in tech support. I love that. I would love to look into the digital marketing for more training. When I took the digital marketing, I knew I wanted to get further into digital marketing. After the course, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I took the course, and it took me 2 days actually to finish it. And then I turned around and went to the sales development. I'm like, this is more in alignment with what I'm already doing, and it's only going to enhance my business even more. So I did that one, and that, that opened the door to a lot more opportunity, so that people are looking at my resume in a different kind of way. But yeah, if you did the digital marketing, they're going to show you how to do ads, social media ads, all of that asset information that you need to be like a social media manager, that kind of thing. Okay, so yes, the free course is, thank you, Lenise. Lenise took it. She just recently took it, so she's in the process now. You want to speak about it?
Yeah, I'll say a few words. So I did sign up for it, and I was contemplating, I believe, the beginning of April. And so I kept going back and forth to the website, and they allow you to test drive. I think it's like three lessons. And so I test drove both the IT technology sales and the IT course, because I've been in help. I've done a help desk or support type of role before. So it's like, and I like the technology sales because it's what we already do. It felt to me like it was just enhancing more of what I already know and how I can just grow those skills more, because we all are entrepreneurs up here. And so I was like, this is really great because I can use it regardless of where I go. Exactly. I am a nurse by trade. However, I can use it, and then I just saw where it was relatable in what I've already done. So I just felt like it was in my best interest to continue to build upon what I already have. So I'm going through the course. I am about 50% done. And so I'm a little anxious about the test, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna do what I need to do, and we're gonna rock it out. So
and I'll tell you about the test later, but don't get too excited about that. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you.
And the main thing is I wanted to get some of those skill sets that they're teaching about LinkedIn. Like Lorie said, that is a fantastic networking place. And I wanted to make sure my resume is up and it has all the things that we need in this day and time in order to market myself and be of value so other people can find me as valued too.
That's right. And I keep on my LinkedIn profile, the banner open for work. I keep that going because you never know. After I put all these enhancements and I added my portfolio on there, I enhanced my portfolio to look right. Like my LinkedIn profile was just so stagnant for a long time. And until I went through Course Careers, I saw the value of making sure that it's updated. And you got to do those kind of things. People are reaching out to me now for different opportunities. You want that. You never know where you're going to be, but you keep that open so that at least your resume looks sharp, your profile looks great, and you're including the key words that they tell you within the course. That's going to help yours stand out more. So I would highly suggest it for all entrepreneurs to do it, to enhance your skill set with that. No matter what you do, like Lenise said, you're going to need these skills, these basic skills, these customer service skills, how to connect with people anyway. So check out the link. The course careers link is in my bio with the discount code to get you $50 off. You don't need to pay the whole $450 at one time. They will take payment plans as well, I think in 4 payments. So split it up. You can start with $150 at least to get started. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Doreen, did we cover it? My cheeks look red. Huh? Why do my cheeks look red? Are my cheeks look red to y'all?
Maybe it's from smiling a lot. That'll do it for you.
Is it red to you?
They do look red.
Why is it so red? I have no makeup on today.
It could be reflecting off of your shirt. It could be reflecting off of your shirt.
Maybe
That's true.
you're right. Maybe you're right. But I don't have the glasses on anymore, so I don't understand. Anyway, back to you all. Understand the skill sets are going to help elevate you. Plus, not just for your money's sake, because your money will increase when you start to elevate. Your customers will also see these different skill sets that are on your resume or even on your website if you include these extras that you do. So it's time to refresh, get yourself updated with more communication with your clients and let them know you're here to serve them, and you've got extra skills that can help them. All right, so that equates to more money and more trust with your entire family. All right, so hopefully this was an amazing conversation for you guys to understand. We are going to respect our jobs, and when the jobs come our way, no matter how much the pay is, we're going to love it, we're going to appreciate it, we're going to be grateful for it, and then we know in the background as entrepreneurs, we're working on our plan. We're working on our plan. We're not sharing it. We're not talking about it. We're just going to keep our head down, focus, and it's going to be a moment where we pop up, right, Stacy? And it's going to be like, look, dang, a whole website's made. Wow, whole products done. How is he or she doing all these things? Because you were focused. So stay focused. Stay on the best time schedule that you can ever give yourself. Be stingy. It's okay. But just remember, there's benefits to a job that's going to make you a phenomenal entrepreneur. So I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. I'll see you soon.